Hey everybody, it's Miss Trevette from TrevetteHarper.com. I am here this month with Sonya Moore of More Planning and Consulting. Hey Sonya!
Hey.
Sonya is our Ministry Moments guest for February. Happy Black History Month to everyone out there, for those who are supporters as well. And we're going to jump right in. So please tell us about More Planning and Consulting. What is it? What do you do?
Well, More Planning and Consulting is an administrative support and consulting firm. So we specialize in helping overwhelmed business owners execute in their business. Because a lot of times you're told what you need to get done, but you actually need help to get it done so that you can keep generating revenue for your business.
Amen.
So I'm filling that gap using my administrative skills that I've built up over time, 20 plus years, and now I am sharing it, my gift with the world, with More Planning and Consulting.
Awesome. Now, I've known Sonya. We used to work together back in the day. So tell us, why did you decide to start More Planning and Consulting?
I needed to bet on me.
Ooh,
Hello.
that's a word right there.
Yes, that's what I needed to bet on me, and here's why. I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit. I've started different things, but they've only gotten so far.
Yeah.
So when this opportunity came, and I'm going to call it just that, God opened up a door for me.
Amen.
And I was given an opportunity to leave my current employer. I took it and said, you know what? Time waits for no one.
No, it doesn't.
And I'm going to take this opportunity, which happened June 2017, and I'm going to bet on me. And I literally jumped off a cliff, and he caught me, used my gift that he gave me, repurposed it, and here I am.
I love that. So you talked about repurposing your gift. So what have you learned about yourself even in this process? Because it'll be 2 years this year in June.
Yep.
Right? What have you learned about yourself during this process, and how has your gift grown?
Oh my gosh, I've learned so much about myself. I can do more than I think I can, and I haven't even scratched the surface.
You girl, say that again.
Okay. Girl, let me just tell you.
Yes.
Yes, I can do so much more, but it just requires you, when you have him leading you and you're asking him for direction, he's giving you your steps.
Yeah.
You just have to walk in your power and fulfill, because I'm already equipped, but it's the mindset that needs to shift. So what's grown is the mindset. I've had to shift it from being in the corporate world for a while. You know, things are different.
Yes.
And just the structure is, you can do this, you can't do that, don't do this, don't do that, because you know you have to follow through with what they need from you at that time.
Come on.
Well, when you are an entrepreneur, you feel the lane that you want to feel, and then you can dig into yourself and use those gifts the way you want them to be used. So finding myself again outside of corporate has been my biggest challenge, and I've learned that I have to focus on what brings me joy and use that gift, and then the clients will come because I'm walking in his favor in doing that.
Come on now. I'm not gonna slide past what you just said because it was good. So let me touch on a couple things here. You talked about your mindset shift because you were already equipped. What did it take for you to do that, or what process did you go through to shift your own mind?
You know, I had to hire a coach.
Ooh!
That I still have.
Amen.
100% real talk right there. You don't realize you need mindset work until you step completely out of your comfort zone and you get called out on things that you didn't realize were preventing you from being your best self and living your best life in your gifts. So that is what I needed to do, and I still have one, and was a game changer for me. Game changer. I had to find a coach in my area of weakness, because I will tell you, I had to build my confidence back up.
Yeah.
Knowing that you have the skill is one thing, but activating it in this new lane is something completely different. And I needed someone to help me. Yes, he was the one that told me to do it, but I needed some additional guidance to kind of break that mind. I won't say my mind was locked up. People have always told me, you're great at this, you can do this, you can do that. Oh my gosh, you're a beast at this and that. But if you don't feel it in here, no one else can feel it. And if you're not feeling it, then, you know, I needed to unlock everything that had been pent up.
Yes.
And make it work for me. And it has not been easy. I will tell you, it has not been easy. But when things do happen, I know it's of him, and I just thank him every day.
Amen. You know, I love that, because I feel like sometimes we know scripture, we go to church and we read our word, but we're kind of like, okay, you know, I know that scripture, I got this. But it may take a little bit more than just that. We can quote scriptures all day, but if I need some assistance, it's there.
You have to walk in it. And
Yeah.
I prayed over my business.
Mm.
There was a book, Becky A. Davis, she's the author, and it's 40 Days of Prayer for Your Business.
Wow.
And every day, when I tell you, you read and you journal.
Mm-hmm.
You read and you journal, and you pray over different aspects of your business.
That's
And I will
good.
tell you, that was a game changer for me as well. So when I tell you I had to set up a different circle
Mm-hmm.
around me, and that was when I've always been a reader,
Yes.
always, but I needed to read the right things, and I need to actually activate, and it needed to be consistent
Amen.
for me to really start seeing a difference in my first year. So, you know, it's easy to get distracted because you need to do this, you need to do that. Now I have clients, but I need to always remember to feed me
That's right.
and to look to him, because, you know, everyone's telling you, you need to start doing this or you need to start doing that. And yes, but I need to make sure that it's the right thing.
Amen.
And it's for me.
It's for you.
Mhm.
So I want to ask you another question. So you talked about how you went to God about what you should do and what He's told you to do. How has your faith, or does it play a role in what you do?
Absolutely, it does. I wouldn't be here without him. The minute the opportunity came for me to walk away from a job from 11 years,
Mhm.
I knew it was him because I had prayed for it.
Yeah.
Right? How many times do we
Ooh.
pray for something and say, I want this, I want this, I
Come
want
on.
that, and it doesn't come right then and there, but when
Yeah.
it does, you're like,
Mhm.
how could I possibly, when I say answer everything
Mhm.
with my severance, it completely took away any doubt,
Wow.
any reason for me to think that I couldn't do it, and the way that it came to me was of him.
Mhm.
So I had to say, you know what, absolutely yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely yes.
And I think sometimes we may forget, one, what we prayed for, and two, especially because the way it comes, we're not thinking about it.
Oh, and when I tell you it came out of nowhere,
Mhm.
it came out of nowhere.
Mhm.
But he said, this is the day. So when that came, I knew it was him. I said, called my husband, like, here's what we're getting ready
Let's
to do.
do
And
it.
it wasn't easy, but I knew it was the right thing. Because
Yeah.
I haven't been happy for a long time.
Right.
And you have to find ways to reset yourself. And this right here
Mhm.
was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't know if it's of him or not. You're like, I don't know. None of that. When this position came,
My Lord.
or opportunity,
Mhm.
I said, here we go.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it was non-existent 30 days prior. I would have never thought that it would have happened the way that it did. And in the way that it did, I walked away happy, and I still am.
Praise God.
Yes,
So-
all the glory.
Have there been any challenges that you faced since you started your business?
Absolutely. Where am I going to get clients? Do I have the credibility?
Come on.
How do I position myself as an expert? How am I going to be seen as doing this when I was seen as working for a company? I have to
Wow.
rebrand myself. So
That's
yes,
good.
challenges all the way around, all the way around. But again, of him, I knew I was already equipped.
Yes.
I had to adjust my circle,
Mhm.
strengthen my faith, and activate my steps.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah.
That's good right there. And I love that because you basically said, I know I have what I need, but how do I reposition me
Yes.
to be available in that role? In that
Yes.
role. And did you have everything when you started?
Yes, I had everything, but I just needed to believe that I had everything.
Come on now.
That's really what it is. And
Yeah.
I still struggle with that, like we all do, right? We all do. That's just real talk. Even if
is.
the person that you think sitting there that has it all together, maybe generating all this money, they still have questions about themselves,
Yes.
whether you see it or not.
Yeah.
But it's a reinvention game every day.
Mhm.
And that's what I like to say, is that I had to reinvent myself so that I could be seen for what I wanted the world to see and shine my light in that particular lane versus the
Yeah.
lane that a company may have wanted me to see my light in. And that you get conflicted with that because they want you to shine a certain kind of light. And there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong because they're a business.
Absolutely.
They're filling a void. You're coming to work every day,
Mhm.
and that is what you do.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can lose yourself
Mhm.
in that. So stepping out of that, I had to figure out what shade is my light now. Like where
Real talk.
when you have a choice to say what do you want to do? Like
That's right.
with where I am in my career and having been in corporate for so long, I forgot what I wanted.
Wow.
So it took me 2 months to figure it out after I took my severance.
Yeah.
So it wasn't, it wasn't overnight. I had to like step back and just really kind of meditate. My husband was fantastic. He said, you know what? I just need you happy.
Come on.
Take the time that you need to figure out what it is that you want to do.
Yes.
So for 2 months, and I have worked every day since I was like 15. You know, you had your vacations, but
That's right.
for me to take a 2-month hiatus, never done that. And when I tell you it was the best 2 months, I was able to really like erase that canvas and remake and make a new picture. And that's where I got my first coach to help me with the foundation.
Right.
And then I actually did have to go back to work for a year. And then after that, Lord was like, okay, that was temporary. Don't get comfortable.
That's right.
That was temporary. Opportunity presented itself again. And I said, okay, now it's time for me to do this thing. And that's when I officially walked away in October 2018. Or no, November 2018, when I started working full time, because I started the business in 2017.
Yes.
And then I had to go back to work after my 6 months. And then I went back full time, and that's where I am now.
Sonya, what's the best advice you've been given, and how have you implemented it either in your life or in your business or both?
The best advice I've been given. That's a good one. I would say follow your passion, work your passion, and continue to cultivate your passion. Because even though it's a passion, that doesn't mean it doesn't need work.
That's real. Ooh.
So continuing to strive and to continue to get out of your comfort zone, because I know people say this all the time, everything you need is on the other side.
Oh, no. Yes.
And when I tell you, I have walked that in this past year.
Yeah.
That one thing that I may not have wanted to do, that made me nervous,
Yes.
when I did it, man, I felt great.
Yeah.
And another opportunity came.
That's
So
what happened.
getting out of that comfort zone, and the thing about it is we think it needs to be this grandiose thing that you have to do. It doesn't. Everyone's fear factor is different.
Yeah.
So if it's you don't like to be on camera, do a live.
Come on.
Or a video
Yes.
and post it.
Yes.
It doesn't have, because what is huge to you, someone else may minimize and say, no. But
Right.
only you know what it is.
That's right.
So step out of your comfort zone a little bit. Whether it's once a week, once a month, whatever is comfortable for you, but get out of that, because it gets easier and you become more bolder. And if you're wanting to run a business, it's only you. You don't have anyone telling you what to do.
That's right.
So if you don't want to go to work that day, that's great, you don't. But you might not have revenue coming in that day if you don't have multiple streams. It's a different, it's completely different. You don't have that check coming to you every 2 weeks or once a month. So what you decide to put the effort in is what you're going to see on the other side.
Yes.
And consistency, because that's very underrated.
Good.
Consistency, because you don't see the fruits of your labor right away. So people are like, I don't see that. Like, nah, I don't know. Like, I'm posting, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm not getting any likes, or I don't do. People are watching still.
Yes, they are.
People are watching, and a lot of my leads have come from me just being myself. Not what someone else wanted me to be.
Good.
You need to do this. Me being myself. And when I don't even realize it, my phone is ringing like, I heard you do. Can you do? I had one of my biggest clients that way, just being active.
There you go.
In a Facebook group that I was a part of. It's entrepreneurship based, and I was just chiming in, and I was actually just excited because I could actually be on Facebook during in the middle of the day. I'm like, this is part of my job now. It's the small things, right?
Yes.
And I'm just chiming in, giving my opinion, because I didn't have to worry about what if so-and-so sees this if you're working someplace else. You know, your brand identity, right?
Absolutely.
It's a little different when you work for a company. So I'm responding. Next thing I know, I get a direct message from the leader, and she's an international speaker, and she said, hey, you know what? You're one in a group. I hear your voice. Do you do this? Do you do that? Absolutely, I do.
Yeah.
Gained my first client. Well, she wasn't my first client, but she was like my first international client.
Come on now.
Yes.
More planning and consulting is international.
Yes. We global because we virtual, so I have more clients outside of the state than I do in the state.
Yes.
which is a beautiful thing for being virtual, sitting at home, and I'm able to work. So that's what I really love is just that virtual nature. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Well, Sonya, you gave so many nuggets today, but is there anything else you want to tell entrepreneurs, part-time, full-time, considering, nervous about it? Anything else you want to say to them?
Have a plan. Don't just jump out here and just say I want to do it. You don't have to have it all figured out.
Come on now.
But just make sure it's what you want to do.
Yes.
You have a plan. You have some money saved up. And make sure you get coaching in your areas of weakness and get support that is beneficial to you.
Yeah.
To be able to help you navigate the terrain and take advice from those that have actually walked in it, not those that just think they know.
Come on. Come on now. I like that. Sonya, how can people get in touch with you or follow you?
Oh my goodness, you can get in touch with me by, let's see, my website is morepc-llc.com. Of course, www for that. You can give me a call at 513-799-7416. Or you can follow me on Facebook at More Planning and Consulting.
Hey.
Like my page, yes, yes.
Sonya, thank you so much for being my guest today.
Thank you for having me.
You guys have a great day, and I'll see you next month for another Ministry Moment. Bye.